Hi there, this is Ronnie coming at you with a video. I don't know how to put into words my sadness and shock over what has happened in Orlando. The murders themselves are shocking. The actions of certain people determined to defend gun rights, determined to defend Islamophobia, determined, I suppose, to defend homophobia to an extent, has been nothing short of reprehensible. The simple facts are these. A man walked into a nightclub after supposedly being incensed at seeing two men kissing and killed 50 people and wounded 53 or so others. That death toll, just due to the nature of the injuries, is expected sadly to rise. Was this a homophobic hate crime? Yes. Am I shocked that there seems to be a lack of anyone actually saying that? I'm stunned by the lack of conversation on this issue. On that scale, everyone's talking about Islamic extremism. This was a fucking hate crime. Now, I don't care what ideology motivated this hate crime. It was a hate crime. Shocking is the only way to describe it. And before everyone starts going, Islamic fundamentalist, it wasn't too long ago that a prospective Republican presidential candidate was being introduced to the stage by a Christian pastor who had called for gays to be executed. And this is kind of where my video is coming from. Anyone who has a problem with gay people, anyone who thinks that gay people are not deserving of the same equality, the same rights, you are in the same company as this murdering bastard from last night. That you may not act violently on your prejudice is almost irrelevant. The fact is that you have been part of creating an atmosphere of intolerance and disdain and hate that has allowed that sort of prejudice to exist to the extent where someone takes it to the violent extreme. So anyone who has a problem with homosexuals, who has a problem with the LGBT community, anyone who considers the LGBT community to be anything less than equal to the so-called straight majority, congratulations. I hold every single one of you in part responsible for the tragedy of last night, because you have fostered this rot that allows men like this to feel in some sense justified in their action. Now, whether or not you personally would commit an act of violence or advocate an act of violence becomes almost irrelevant. The fact is, you have helped foster that atmosphere of intolerance that has made people believe that the LGBT community are second-class citizens. And by doing that, you have allowed that atmosphere to build and build and build, where you get people who take it to the violent extremes, like this guy last night. So I would say all the people who voted against allowing gay couples to marry, who balk at the idea that gay couples should be allowed to raise children, who have a problem with a transgendered person using a bathroom, a public bathroom. You've found your poster boy. Now, you may not want to accept that your intolerance has somehow been part of the problem that has ultimately created this situation, but it is, and it has, and you've done it. Now, there are only two possibilities. You either bury your head in the sand and continue to deny that what you've done is in any way responsible, or you act with some responsibility and you accept what you've done and you try and change. Let me say it now. The LGBT community are not going away, folks. Okay? They're not going away. I've seen people talking. I mean, the latest rhetoric seems to be, why the fuck are they complaining? They can get married, for fuck's sake. Well, the very fact that you have to even say that shows the problem. You know, this idea, I've talked to people who feel that if you give gay people rights, it means straight people aren't going to get, are having to lose rights. No, we're not. I'm a straight guy. I have friends who are gay. Them getting the same rights as me does not take from me one iota of rights. Not one. All it does is give them the rights they should never have been denied in the first place. Get very angry on this subject. I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off at the rhetoric. I'm pissed off that no one can see that the ease in which someone got those weaponries isn't cause for concern. Of course it's cause for concern. Yes, it's true, he could have got them on the black market. Yes, it's true, he could have done other things. But it's also true that he didn't have to do any of those things, because he could so easily walk into a shop and buy a fucking automatic weapon. The culture in the US when it comes to guns is fucked up. And it's very simple as far as I'm concerned. America has a real fucking problem with guns. You guys see it far too much as a symbol of freedom and a symbol of sexual virility. Well, I hate to tell you folks, guns are not a symbol of freedom. They are a tool. They are not a penis extension. They are a tool. Stop it. And for all these sort of Christians saying, oh, we wouldn't do that. Yeah. Tell that to the people who bomb abortion clinics. You know, you may have a disagreement with abortion, but, you know, it's a legal medical procedure. And if you're bombing and threatening and terrorizing people who run family planning clinics and so on, then you're as bad as this guy last night. You're in that same club. Congratulations. You know, I was listening to a radio phone-in today, and the guy was posing the question: is it time that religious leaders spewing homophobia from the pulpit, whether that should be made illegal? I say yes. Fuck them. If you're going to spew hate, if you're going to preach hate and intolerance, then yeah, jail the bastards. I don't give a fuck for free speech. If free speech is actually killing people, then it's not free speech, because it's being paid for in the blood of the innocent. It's one thing to say, I do not agree with A. It's one thing to say, my holy book says I should not agree with A. It's another thing to say, I don't agree with A, and anyone who happens to fall into that category should fucking die. No. That's going beyond free speech. That's incitement, and it should be, the pulpit, whatever, should not be a barrier against being held over the coals for it. My sympathies, my condolences to the friends and family of the victims. If there is any good to come out of this, it is the hope that we can finally see the devastating effect of homophobia, and finally, maybe America and the world will wake up to the fact that it is a disgusting thing to do, to be homophobic, and to make homophobia as much a criminal offence as being racist, and just put it in those protected categories. Put gay people in that protected categories, because they fucking need it. So I am angry. I am devastated at the loss of life. I'm angry at the cynics who are trying to make it all about them. My heart goes out to the families and friends. My thoughts are with you. And that's all I really have to say on this subject. I'm going to keep the comments open, but anything even close to a homophobic remark is just going to get fucking deleted straight away. I don't care. I'm not having it on my channel. Simple as that. The people who died deserve respect and love. The people who are alive today deserve respect and love and equality under the law and under society. It has to happen, folks. It's about fucking time.